What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. The end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. So Iowa's offense will get first crack at it today. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. Things did not go well in that loss last time out. He was picked off 3 times and sacked 5 times. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Stumbled to the ground.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And here comes the sophomore running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster.
Maybe some room here. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line, paved the way for a big first down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Mobley. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Carr above the noise. The throw. Caught. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Still on his feet at the 25. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Malton. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Right down the middle. Got his man to the left.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver.
I'd have a chance. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Now here's Carr. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's complete to the right. Caught, and he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Mobley. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to throw, it's Carr. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the run, it's Walton. But headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown! Fighting Irish! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Might as well stick with him. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. They want the edge on the jet sweep. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Malton. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Rush gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Ready. Red 54, ready, go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down here for the offense. Here's Carr to throw. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires left. It's complete. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. In the red area, it's Mobley. There's some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Throwing, Carr. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point extends the lead to 16. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Off play action on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. Carr just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Running inside, it's Mobley. There he goes. And with that, he's got him set up with a first and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week, you got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Buried before he could blink. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They believe they can run right here. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Rams him with the stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Let's go down to the sidelines now where Holly Rowe has an update on that injury.
Guys, I caught up with the Fighting Irish head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. Big news for their star running back. He is out for the rest of this game. Guys, this is a huge story that is developing. We will keep you posted on what's going on here on the sideline and what is going to happen with the backup in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Pocket breaking down. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. DB's right up on the receivers. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man on the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Under fire. Complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. And that's a great start to this second half.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. The give is to Williams. Could be an alley. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look at it, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down, let's go fast.
Here's Carr to throw. Scrambling away. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line. line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box.
Touchdown, Irish! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Kamari again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Unloads it left. Finds his man open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands up. Ball and the defense able to knock it loose.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Trying to run, it's Walton. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown! the beatdown has ensued.
And remember back, guys, the defense gives them the short field, and the offense takes care of business. And now building this lead and really putting pressure on the other side. The offense on the other side is going to have to get pass happy. So dial up that nickel, dial up that dime, get that pass defense ready.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. As we head into the fourth quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got...
Breaks into the open. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing, and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Rush is on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. I don't think he got close.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
He'll do it himself on the draw.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he got loose. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Stepping to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Fires to the middle. Caught! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Headed outside for the line. It's Williams. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There's a crease. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else